I feel like I'm coming full circle with if you've seen my video about reselling, or the video if I ever upload it on hard rubbish or street finds, I made a really big girl decision. I am going to try, hopefully succeed, at giving all of this stuff away. Because I made a decision which I think that a lot of people who are decluttering and minimizing struggle with. And please bear with me while I kind of do this as like an impromptu video, because I'm in between a lot of tasks and I just really wanted to document this so that if people watch this video, they can kind of hopefully relate to what I've gone through. So the backstory to almost all of this stuff is that once a year in my shire, there is a hard rubbish collection, and people could put things out on their hard rubbish that they no longer wanted. It's supposed to be things like mattresses, big bookcases, white goods like fridges and washing machines and stuff like that. But instead, people were throwing away things, brand name things, can't even point, usable things out on the street. And mostly the environmentalist in me couldn't bear the thought that these things were going to be crushed in a rubbish truck and put into landfill when they were still usable. I also thought at that stage that being able to sell them would be really great, because I've had a lot of success in the past with reselling. But I've been decluttering long enough now that I would rather the space in my life than the $5, than the $10. And I am busy. I have a lovely, wonderful husband who works outside of the home, and I have 10 children. And I don't like clutter and I don't like mess. And I'm working really hard at becoming a far more decisive person. And this is me exercising those decluttering muscles that I have developed since 2014. So largely, yes, the house is decluttered and it's organized and our living spaces are great. But I had all of this stored in my closet, and I just was like, would I rather have the space, or would I rather maybe eventually get $5 for something? And I would rather have the space. So even though it feels really weird and awkward, I'm going to take photos of this stuff and I'm going to put it up on my local notice board for free. And people are used to my posts. They're used to see me selling things and stuff like that. So seeing me give stuff away for free, I don't know why it makes me feel awkward. Maybe because I'm a bit worried that the person who put the stuff out on hard rubbish will be like, hey, that's my junk I threw away. What are you doing with it? And why are you giving it away? But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just this mental block. So hopefully I'll report back with how I go. I'll do my listing. I'll report back to you with my results. Did this work? Was it good? I don't think we should have all this clutter in our lives, because I think it just weighs us down. And I don't have a shed or like a little cottage area where I have neatly organized shelves where I could put stuff on to sell. I still have my reselling things, which are organized, but this is all stuff I found on the street that I just wanted to be gone. So if you're in the middle of decluttering and you're struggling, I just encourage you to just say, I've held on to it for long enough. It's time to let it go. Don't worry about the money. The money is spent. The money is gone. And I'd rather have a peaceful, uncluttered home. So, man, if you're in the trenches, if you've made the decision to declutter, if you've watched YouTube videos and you're like, yes, I've got to get rid of things, you can do it. But it's not necessarily one and done. I got into this situation because I was so personally convicted at the waste of things thrown onto hard rubbish that I brought it home. I've given away a ton of it. Like, I don't need, I'll try to upload my videos and photos and stuff of the other things that we found. We have found so many useful things. We found so much timber that we were able to build an entire treehouse. So we did find things that were very usable and very beneficial to us, and we saved them from landfill. But I've got to get rid of it. I have to. So this video has also served as a procrastination session of me saying I've got to get rid of stuff. So I will do that now, and you can do it too. And I'll report back. So hang tight, and I'll report back with how I go. Whew. Come on, Catherine, just do it. Just get rid of it, and it'll be gone. The huge trap can be if it's brand name, if you bought it because you were told you needed this for whatever reason and you haven't used it, if it was a gift, if it was found very cheaply at a thrift store or the side of the road or inherited or brand name. I already said that. But it's all just stuff that I do not need. So I'm gonna say goodbye to all this stuff. So here is my update. I listed all those things for free on a local notice board, and then whoever wants them can come and get them. So I've messaged the people. They are gonna come collect them, contact free. Their names are marked on there, and all of this stuff will be out of my house and into theirs. So win-win for both of us, isn't it? All right, I'm back to where I started. I'm back. And I just wanted to finish this video by saying that this stuff isn't really important to me because I'd already put it in the cupboard to sell or give away or I don't know what. I've already kind of emotionally detached myself from it, which has made it easier for me to offer it for free and just get it gone. I still have things that I'm wanting to sell. So that stuff's organized and in the cupboard behind me. And I guess my final word of caution might be that if you're just starting with decluttering or getting rid of things, that pulling everything out in one go can very quickly become totally overwhelming and exhausting. So I've spent a few hours today with replying back and forth to messages and making sure that I've, giving the right stuff to the right people, and I'm all packed away again. So the stuff is out for people to take. Hopefully they will all come and take it. And if I have more to share about this little topic that I've filmed today, I will. But I just wanted to show you, it's kind of like real life, like what happens in real life when a person's actually decluttering rather than just spouting off a whole heap of words that sound really good, but you're in the middle of the whole, I have too much stuff and I want to get rid of it. This is kind of like an encouragement. You're seeing another person who's doing it and you're not alone. At the end of this video, after I finish talking, I will show you the ad that I typed up. I'll blur out my name and stuff because I just feel like I should do that. But I'll show you the full ad that I shared on my local notice board, how I injected humor and stuff like that to help kind of get people to notice and the emphasis on this stuff's for free. Like, I'm not trying to make money anymore on these little things. I thought to myself, if I'd offered these things 6 months ago for $5 and nobody said they wanted them, or even worse, people said, yeah, I'll have it, and then they never show up, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to think that 100 items all added up is going to be a ton of money. I want the stuff gone. So I've made big headway today, but I decided I'm not pulling every single thing out. I'm not going to break my back making it all happen. I'm going to pace myself so I still have energy to further reduce things that we no longer want to own. So I'm looking forward to having a coffee and my husband coming home. And I wish you well. If you're struggling with decluttering, I know what it's like. I've done this for years. Most of this stuff was stuff that was given to us that we just don't need or don't use, or I found as street finds. And like I said, I couldn't bear to see them get crushed in the rubbish truck. So, wow, it's a big lesson though, that it can still pile up in a cupboard and it's still clutter. Like, just because I was a good girl saving it from the side of the road doesn't mean that I have to keep it. So I can share it with other people, they can enjoy it, and I can keep my house under control, and it's going to be great. But it's super motivating. Once you get rid of like even one thing, then it's like, what else? What else can I let go of? I mainly do this to grow generosity. So the blessing for the person is the item. The blessing for me is blessing them. So happy organizing, decluttering, and saying no to clutter. I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.